Hey, what goes on, guys? We're back here again with another review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Black Series Mandalorian, I guess, Star Wars The Mandalorian, Koska Reeves and Q9-0, or as they call him in the show, 0. I know this is super late. This wave was incredibly hard to find, and I got them here piece by piece. And today I went to my local Walmart and found a fresh box. I opened them up, took these guys out, pulled them, and now we're here. I know it's super late, probably won't get a lot of views on this, but you know what? I want to make content for you guys. So to do that, I got to keep getting some stuff out there. So I'll do what I can do. But anyway, taking a look at these guys, the package is the new standard Star Wars Black Series package. On the side, you can see Koska Reeves and 0. I guess technically I should put them like this, because that is the way that they go. So that looks cool because they got that orangey yellow gold motif from Mandalorian. I think that's the Razor Crest in the back, so that's pretty cool. Looks pretty cool over there. You can see the figures there. Star Wars The Black Series on the back. Here is Koska Reeves' read-up if you need that. And then there's her barcode. There's her barcode if that helps you. Here's Zero's barcode and his read-up if you want to read that. Little window on the top as usual, but yeah, that's pretty much it for these guys. So I think these are awesome. I love this new packaging. I can say that every time, but yeah, I guess it's time to go ahead and open these guys up after all of this time. So let's go ahead and do that. So taking these guys out of the box, I'm very happy with both of them. Very surprised with both of them, and it's good. I'm happy that I took the chance to make this video. I wasn't planning on it, but I was like, you know what? Let's get some content out for there for you guys. You guys deserve it. So I thought I'd go ahead and make a video for it. And I'm happy that I did because I really want to talk about these guys. There's a lot of good things going on with both of them. And it's always cool to get new characters on the Star Wars shelf because that line is a lot of reuse. The next wave looks absolutely phenomenal. And I might have to get every single one of them. But you know, I love getting new characters on the shelf, so seeing these two in plastic form is awesome. Probably never would have asked for either one of them, but now that they're here, happy to have them. So I guess we'll start with Koska, because she's mostly reuse, or a large part of her is reuse from Bo-Katan. So we'll take off her helmet, and I'll show her guns a little bit more later on. But taking a look at the Sasha Banks head sculpt here, it looks phenomenal. That a little glossy, but it looks just like her. I really like the way that turned out. I think the hair sculpt is really nice. There's a little bit of painted silver on the back of the braid, so and the straps there that aren't her hair are a different color. So yeah, I really like that. And then going down into the body, you get like that matted armor look with the I guess like the burn marks on there. That looks cool. The pack is a separate piece, but I feel like it should just stay on there because, you know, she's a Mandalorian, so you gotta have that jetpack on there. You get the Bo-Katan's logo there, or I guess I don't know what logo that is. If you know exactly what that is, let me know what signet that is. But I like the way that it looks. It's tampered on very clean. Looks like she has the whistling birds too, so you get that in there, and that looks painted. It looks like it's painted very good. The belt is different, I believe. Because I think Bo-Katan had two. I could be wrong, but I think the belt is different. No paint on it except for the buckle, which has 3 different colors, and then that little buckle there is painted, which is a little strange, but I'm not going to complain about more paint on the pads. They match the color. The blue is a little bit saturated from what I remember from the show. Maybe they should have dulled down the color a little bit, but honestly, I like the way that this looks better than if it was dulled down. I think it is more interesting to look at and more of a eye catcher on the shelf. So the knee pads look good. You still got those scuff marks all the way down. I'm happy that they didn't stop that like halfway through or something like that. On the back, you can see the straps sculpted into the articulation, which is always cool. I like when they do that. And the boots look good with the 2 colors on there. So yeah, I think she looks really good. And they're just hopping in right into it to keep the review a little bit shorter. There's her helmet. The helmet fits on very nice. The helmet doesn't get warped very easy. It's a thicker plastic, but it doesn't look too big on her body for me. I think that works. It's a different sculpt from Bo-Katan, obviously. The viewfinder does move up and down, so you can get it like down that far, all the way around. I mean, you only really need it there, or stop motion you could do like in between. But there's silver scuff marks on there that do match the ones on the chest plate. So yeah, I think the head sculpt looks really, really nice on that. And she does have her 2 guns. Bo-Katan came with these as well. I'm not too big a fan of these guns. I get that they're accurate. but I don't really like the way that they look per se. I think they're a little lackluster, but they do have some paint on there on the handles, so that looks cool. And they fit into her hands very well, so I like the way that that looks. Holding them looks awesome. So awesome. Really like the way that she turned out. But let's go ahead and take a look at Zero, because I think he's a little bit more interesting. So getting a closer look at Zero here, I can't believe how good this thing is compared to the character, because I would have never asked for this character to be made in a Black Series, like, ever. He probably wouldn't even make my top 100 characters to make. But you know what? He's here, and he's pretty darn good for what he is. So taking a look at the head sculpt here, I would watch the antenna because I can kind of see some stress marks on mine. Nothing crazy, but just be mindful of that. The head sculpt looks really nice. The silver on the eyes are painted really cleanly. And I think the sculpt is rather accurate, and you get some good detail in there. So I like the way that that looks. Moving down into the body, you get this nice like brown copper tone over with good paint on the pouches and the belt. There's a lot of color variation here, and I really can appreciate that. The wires on the arms are painted like C-3PO style, I guess. And then on the arm here, you get like a wash of gold or whatnot, which all looks really, really nice. Again, that wash is really nice. I wish they would have continued it, like that brown speckling or dirtying down a little bit more. I don't really see it anywhere on the legs or the back. I think a little bit on the back would have been nice, but they did paint the back of the belt, so I like that. But from about here down, there's no paint. You do get those clear joints, like the clear pieces in the joints, I guess to mimic like it being hollow, which we did see with K2SO, which I hope I can get the whole Rogue One set. That's a big set to get. I know they're re-releasing them, and I wouldn't mind having them, but I gotta watch my money. So hopefully we can get the Rogue One set. But for right now, I know there's just this, and it has the what do you call it? Like the clear joints in there. So that's pretty cool. Other than that, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's a whole new sculpt, which is really nice. And the articulation is really nice, which we'll get to in a second. But I really like the way that he looks. There's a lot more color variation than you would initially think for a character like this, and a lot of good paint detail. For accessories, I'm just going to go into it real quick. All he comes with is this blaster, which it's probably reused. I'm not exactly sure, but definitely be careful with it. Taking it out of the packaging, I got big stress marks, and his hand's a little hard to get it into. You kind of want to put it in there like that, and then close the fingers over it, and then it should be fine. But I remember a couple times doing it, I had to like loosen it up and heat up the hand just a tad, because it was a little bit difficult to get in. But now that it's in there, and it's been working fine, so I really like the way that he looks holding the gun. You can get him, you know, dual wielding, not dual wielding, but like, you know what I mean, like using both hands to hold it, like the support hand, or you can just have it with one hand. So he works really nice like that, so I like that. But let's run through the articulation of both figures, because they're pretty good on both of them. Starting off with the articulation for Koska here, the head is going to look up that far, down that much, pivot side to side. The helmet, I did with the helmet on, doesn't really change anything with the helmet off, so whatever. The visor, like the viewfinder does, rotate. Shoulders are going to go around, they'll move out that much down. You get a single jointed elbow that does rotate on there, and you get vertical hinges on both hands because she does wield 2 pistols, which I love. That's awesome. The backpack will rotate. I don't really think you need it to rotate, but I thought I'd just mention it. You do get a ball joint at the waist here, so it pivots, rotates, it'll crunch a little bit forward, crunch a little bit back. Hips are going to move outwards that far, down, she'll kick forward that far, back that much, rotate 360 at the thigh, so you get a thigh rotation. Single jointed knee that moves in way past 90 and doesn't look extremely ugly, so I like that personally. I'm okay with that. And then the ankles move down pretty much all the way forward, and a good ankle rocker. So definitely a good articulation on her. If you have the Bo-Katan, it's very familiar to her, if not exactly the same. What with Zero is going to look up that far, down that much, and he pivots side to side really good and rotates because he's got a ball joint at the top of his head and at the neck, so it affords really good range and looks good in pretty much every position. Now the shoulders are a little troublesome. they're going to move up that far, down that far, rotate 360, but move it at the shoulder. Like grab here and move it because it kind of gets caught. And you do have a butterfly joint in there. So it's a little finicky there. And then, you know, you rotate 360. So just, again, see, like it gets caught and it could tear. And that would really suck. So definitely, if you want to rotate the arm around, grab it at the shoulder pad because it's like that disc in between. And I wouldn't want you guys to like cut yours. So I've been having a little bit of trouble. So just be mindful. All right, single jointed elbow. That does rotate, but you got to watch the wires. It'll only go so much because of the wires there. The forearm does rotate as well. And the wrist swivel and hinge. You get a horizontal hinge on this one and a vertical hinge on this side, which is muy bueno. And then you get a diaphragm cut that moves down that forward, back that much, pivot side to side, and rotate. So it's perfectly fine. Now, this is where I got a little surprised. My guy Zero is doing the splits. I didn't expect that. I guess I just didn't think they'd structure the joints like that, but that's pretty awesome. He'll kick back that far, forward that far, so all the way up. Thigh swivel, which is implemented very well because it's hidden behind like the plates. Single jointed knee. That gets pretty much just 90, and it will rotate at the knee as well. And then you get a beautiful ankle pivot that goes up, down, and pivot. So yeah, awesome, awesome, awesome. I really like the way that he looks. And his articulation is way better than it needs to be. I mean, he really didn't do much. He just kind of like stood around and attacked a baby. But other than that, you know, the articulation works more than it needs to for this character. So definitely happy to see that. So I just wanted to bring out good old Mando here. Sorry, I just dropped one of the guns, but here's Mando with a custom cape that I bought on Mercari. They're definitely shorter than him, which is appropriate, so I'm okay with that. And I think that they scale really good together, and they look cool together. Took a couple pictures. Here's Zero with his arch enemy, Baby Yoda, or Grogu, if you're fancy. But, yeah, so I think they scale good together, and I love adding to the Mandalorian shelf. I mean, I originally was only going to collect like OG trilogy Star Wars figures, and I soon faltered and bought Jedis and Clone Wars figures and this, that. Basically, I just get one of each character from every line, and that's what I do, you know? Is it the right thing to do? Probably not, especially as a freshman college student, but, you know, I like toys. It makes me happy. We love toys around here, guys, so that's what we do. But I'm happy to start getting new characters on the shelf because I do love Star Wars very much. So I think these guys look great together. And I took a bunch of cool pictures. A funny picture of these three, not her, the other three guys, on Instagram. So please go follow me on Instagram. My Instagram followers barely go up, guys. Come on. Let's change that. Do me a favor. Go follow me on Instagram, guys, at Zach Toys. But anyway, let's get to final thoughts. So, I know you're asking yourself, Ant, what are you thinking of these figures? And, you know, they're awesome. They are awesome. I didn't really think I was going to get them, and I wasn't, like, too, like, worried about tracking them down. More so in a sense of just, if I saw them, maybe I'll grab them. If not, so be it. But I did pick them up, and I'm very happy that I did. I think that they are way better than I expected, especially Zero. Like, again, I never would have asked for this character, but the fact that he's here now is pretty awesome, and I think Koska will go good with my Bo-Katan when I'm able to get her out again. So I think overall, these are very successful figures. Not two characters that I'm dying to have. I know I'm probably going to get the comment, you know, if I could pick any character to get in Star Wars, who would it be? And right now, I would love to get a Ki-Adi-Mundi. That would be pretty awesome. Apparently, he's rumored. I don't take those with a grain of salt, but apparently he's slated for next year, and Ki-Adi-Mundi would be freaking awesome, especially with, like, he's like the only main Jedi that we don't have yet. Sure, I'll take any Jedi, but I would really like a Ki-Adi-Mundi. Let me know who you guys would pick in the Black Series. I know there's thousands of characters to pick from, but that would be mine right now. He is rumored. If they make him, I mean, I'm pretty good. I mean, considering that Bib Fortuna, Fennec Shand, Ponda Baba, Dr. Evazan, they're all going to be in the next wave. Those are amazing characters that we need. I do need a Greedo. I want to pick up that retro one. But anyway, these guys are awesome, and I will give them both a 9 out of 10 for what they're supposed to be. A little more accessories would be nice, but for the most part, I think that they are pretty much adamant for what they're supposed to be. So 9.5s out of each. I really like them, but I think that's all I got for today. So with that, I think you guys should do me and yourself a favor and go ahead and subscribe to this channel, guys. Come on, we got to get to 300. You guys want that giveaway, right? Let's get to 300. When we get to 300, we will be doing a giveaway. Not sure for what. I have a couple ideas. I'm going to start running them by you guys as we get closer. We'll do a poll. I'll pick something out, and I will be shipping out something to you guys. Follow me on Instagram if you have not already. Like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube junk. Really appreciate it, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.